NSC Fan TV. I'm here with Duncan, the man in black. Look at you.
Well, it was a radical change for me to wear
That's
black.
exactly. It's a radical change. It's exactly it. It was like, well, where's the eyeliner?
Oh well, that's only for Christian on a Sunday.
That's exactly it. We ran out of it. Okay, so what did you see? So you were texting me during the game. So you were texting me about a particular player. So there's a critical thing to be said, and then we're gonna have some positives. So what was the critical thing that you were texting me? Do you remember?
Yeah, I didn't. I was asking you whether Picard looked good from your side of the ground.
I had said negative things too.
Of the ground, I didn't see what he was doing. I didn't see him touch the ball for a long time, and he seemed to be a bit lost.
So I thought that he was out of position. So I thought that he showed speed, he showed talent, he showed a little bit of soccer intelligence, but he was also more regularly out of position than he should have been.
It was like we were playing with these two inverted wingers, right?
Yes.
With Schaffelberg and Leal coming in off the wing, but then we were only doing that because Bunbury was too slow to keep up with the play, right? But then you had this weird guy Picot who was running a channel on the right-hand side and seemed to have a free roll on that right-hand side, but didn't seem to be doing much with it. There were times when I almost felt like he should have been making a run towards the left-hand side, and it was like he wasn't allowed to do that.
Well, he was clearly playing a winger. Problem one was that he wasn't coming back and helping. So he was getting some yelling from Moore about this, and so this was in the first half. Okay. So so that was the negative. I think that they fixed that by the end of the first half, and certainly by the second half.
It looked a lot better in the second half. We looked a lot better after the goal, I would say. But then there was. It still felt a little bit like we're too slow in attack. Our Tail Bunbury couldn't keep up with the play. It was always Hackinson and Leal. It was always those two. It was always those two overrunning Bunbury, and Bunbury was either was having to move out of position. He couldn't keep up, so he was often the person who should have been in the box, and he wasn't in the box, which was bothersome for me because you're relying on those little guys like Schaffelberg and Leal to get into the box, and that's not really what they should be doing.
Yeah, and it does play into the fact that we love so much to play crossplay, but we're terrible at it.
Yes, and it was I think with Mukhtar, did he become unavailable with a few hours to go or something? It was we set up to play with him linking up attack and midfield, right? Yeah. And then all of a sudden he isn't available, so we'll try to play exactly the same as if he's available, but he's not there, and so it doesn't work. All of a sudden you need a different game plan at that point. So I thought that when he came on, all of a sudden they put 2 or 3 players on him, and they just drew.
That's exactly it. It's like the entire defense shifted.
Yeah, and they just drew. He just draws players towards him, and he was great when he came on. And hopefully he's fine. Hopefully he's fine. He didn't aggravate whatever injury he's got. But he was when Schaffelberg scored the second goal. The reason why he scored that second goal is because Mukhtar drew 3 players towards him.
3 guys came over to be I'm going to stand there with my mouth wide open while Mukhtar is stepping over the ball.
Yeah, and so I thought that was good, and I just think that we when Mukhtar's on the pitch, we're fucking great because he confuses defences and makes them worry. When he's not on the pitch, it's like watching an all-star game when some of the players have got their kids to come and play as well. You just bomb on, do you know what I mean? I'll just potter about and kick the ball around a little bit, and then you run like bloody hell, right? And we'll somehow get you the ball. Do you know what I mean?
We'll find you.
We'll find you. And there were times when you was like Schaffelberg especially, because he was on my side in the first half. He was just running and running and running, and I just thought we needed a bit more of that. And I never thought I was calling for Mule to come on after about the 20th minute. I was just we need somebody because Bunbury. I don't know whether. He looks a lot less mobile than he did last year, Bunbury. Don't you think?
So I thought that he was great with one touches off. I mean,
Right.
so he wasn't keeping up with play, but he was creating play.
Right.
He was creating play with his touches.
Yeah, and I guess if that's what, but I don't think he's. If you want, he's not big and bulky enough to. If Sapong was on the pitch, right, and he was just like getting the ball and playing it off and not doing much, fine. But Till Bunbury, I feel like if you walk past him at a certain pace, he's going to fall over. Like, I just don't feel like he's that kind of player. I feel like he wants to be a number 10, but lacks the ability to be a number 10. So he's like, oh, we'll stick him up front. Something might bounce off at an appropriate angle. I feel I've said this to you before we started the season. We're lacking up front. We're lacking pace up front, and so that's why those inverted winger things that we were doing could have worked.
That might work.
Yeah.
If they'll stay in place.
Yes, but then I think we need to. I would have played. I'd have played Picot as a proper number 10.
As a 10.
Yeah. Proper
Instead of playing him outside and giving him defensive responsibilities.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
I would have just said, look, it's your first game in the system. You go for it and basically do whatever you
Go in
want.
the front and make things happen.
Make people feel uncomfortable. I actually thought that New York's number 11, who's coming in off the right hand side, was going to cause us problems because he was shuffling into a position between our defence and our midfield that looked really awkward for us in the first half. And like it was just, I was like, oh shit! Like if he gets the ball, because Zimmerman didn't know whether to come out, and Godoy didn't know whether to go back, and he was just in this weird little position, and he faded out. I didn't think New York were great, to be honest, but
they were garbage. They were garbage tonight.
And
Duncan,
given the financial irregularities around that kind of franchise at the moment, I think that they should be doing a lot better. New York,
they should be doing better. They should be doing. Duncan.
Nice to see you, mate.
All right, they should be doing better.
Take
NSC
care.
Fan TV with Duncan.